Hello everyone, this is Sejo. Today I'm going to talk about handling behavioral based interview questions. So, what are behavioral based interview questions and why are they important? Behavioral based interview questions are asked by interviewers with an intention to understand the characteristics, the nature, the personality of an interviewee to check if they would match their requirements. Why are they important? They're trying to understand how you have handled your past situations, and they believe that that would be the same way you would handle your future situations. Today I'm going to talk about the STAR method. This is one simple tool, if mastered well, can be applied in discussions, can be used by people with experience in interviews, freshers also in interviews. And this is a very, very effective communicative tool that will be of use in your entire communication journey, in your entire life itself. Okay, let's see what is STAR approach. S stands for the situation. So when a question is, when you're facing a behavioral question or you are part of a discussion, when you start talking in a normal situation, you can talk to your friend saying that, you know what, this is the incident that happened. We had a good conversation, and I you came out in flying colors out of this situation, and your friend would be able to appreciate whatever you're talking. But in a professional scenario, it is very important that you talk numbers. You should have given them a complete information about what really happened, and that would make your answer an effective answer to a behavioral question. So let's see how this is done. Situation. So S stands for situation. So you have to give them a background of what really happened. This was a situation. What were the challenges you faced? T stands for task. That is the challenges, problems that you faced. Action stands for all the actions that you took to ensure that the positive results was achieved. The result should be kept in numbers. So that will create a good impact. Even if you have faced adversity, tell them how positively you handled the adversity. That makes it a positive outcome. So your result is again a positive reply to that question. So I'm going to explain this concept with one question and how an experienced candidate and a fresher can handle it in using a STAR approach. So tell me about a time you took a leadership role in a project. Okay, if suppose you're an experienced candidate, of course you would have years of experience at work, and so you can pick up, you should have analyzed this before the interview. You should have some background stories that you can go back to, incidences that you can go back to and talk about, well prepared before the interview itself. So an experienced candidate would say, talk about the situation. Here the example I've taken, how we've handled the SaaS apps sales. The target, the goal in hand was he has to get media coverage, and what were the things that he did. So what he has done, he has gone, the actions that he has taken is approached large clients, he's put together a branding guide and increased the media coverage of the software. The most important element here is the result. So he had brought in a spike in sales of 25%. Now this makes it a very, very positive outcome, and that he has answered the question well. Now if suppose you're a fresher, you can go back, and this is why we keep talking to students from college, do your symposiums, do your paper presentations, mini projects, etc. Why we are saying that? Because you can take up instances from there to talk about the facts that you've put in your resume. Suppose you've called yourself a negotiator, you've called yourself a team builder, you've called yourself a leader. You can relate to those situations in your life and talk about it. Now here in the sophomore year at university, a student has spoken about how he or she was a chairperson of the health committee. Then so what was the task in hand? A women's health fair to bring community resources. What was the actions he or she took? So organized committee meeting, marketing subgroups, community reach subgroups, and all those things. So how she or he went ahead and achieved the goals. And the result in the end, so the grand finale, he had 500 attendees, representatives from 12 communities, and also the event was the event of the year. So thereby you've given them a complete answer to it behavioral question. So this makes an effective tool instead of giving them a story, just an incomplete story, like just about a situation or what action you took, or just a narration. This would be a very, very effective communicative tool